Alrighty, I'm gonna throw some onions in. These are just white, yellow onions that I've just diced up. I do like the onion flavor, and I like a little bit of chunkiness in the pasta. This is a really great recipe for you to add either sun-dried tomatoes, capers would be phenomenal. Speaking of capers, I do need to add my lemon. So we're cooking this down. Still a little bit chunky, but that'll smoothen out as it continues to cook. Beautiful. It's getting there. It is getting there. I do have sun-dried tomatoes, but I'm just one of those people who love the flavor of sun-dried tomatoes, but I don't actually like the sun-dried tomato, if that makes any sense. So that's kind of my downfall, and I have seen some really cool recipes using sun-dried tomatoes. This is one that you could add it to. It'll give your sauce a really nice, kind of tomato-y coloring. It'll be really nice, but I'm gonna stay away from that one today. I do like to add spinach to this. I know I mentioned that earlier, but we're not gonna do that here because my daughter isn't a fan. So I'm just gonna stay with a simple, creamy butter sauce. So we're looking good. We're just gonna let this cook for a few more minutes until it gets nice and smooth, and then we will pick back up. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and add some Parmesan. Now I'm using the bagged Parmesan, which does have cornstarch in it to keep the little pieces of cheese separate. Typically you do wanna grate your own. That way it comes together a little bit better, but we're not gonna have any issues here. I've got a lemon. I'm just gonna put a little bit of lemon juice in there. I'm gonna add the shrimp here as soon as this all comes together.
Boy.
All right. I'm gonna start to mix that in. We don't wanna put too much lemon or the cream will curdle. That cook a couple more minutes. Now, if you like a thicker sauce, of course, you could put more cream cheese. You could put more Parmesan on here, and I will actually put Parmesan on the top when I serve. Now, what I'm going to do is I think I want a little sprinkle of red pepper, so I'm just going to come over here. Just put a little sprinkle for a teeny tiny bit of heat, and then we're going to put this back. Give it just a little stir so it'll cook in there. Add a little heat to that. Now, if it were just Alfredo sauce, I would add a little bit of nutmeg, just for a little bit of body. But because this is a lemon sauce, we're not going to do that. This is actually where I would add the capers if I were going that route today, but we're not. It looks like this pasta is about ready, so let me just try a piece. Okay, we're still a little al dente, so throw that back in there. Al dente. All right, so we're gonna stir this up. I'm gonna go ahead and add in our shrimp. Let me drain this really quickly. This was just hot water with salt in it. And I'm gonna try and get as much water as possible. That way I can not make this too watery. And so basically, because these are cooked shrimp, I'm not going to do very much aside from just try and warm the shrimp in the sauce. And it's going to water it down just a little bit because of the remaining water it was sitting in. I am going to add a little bit of Cajun seasoning for salt here. Now, the most important thing to do when you're cooking is to make sure you're tasting your food for flavor. So I have butter, I have garlic, I've got the sauteed onions in here, and I'm putting the shrimp, and then we had that lemon. So the sauce is really good. I think we could use more. I think I'm gonna go with more Cajun seasoning and pepper. So let me step over to my handy dandy spice pepper. I got pepper here.
What's that, man? My sister's watching Rosanna Phillips.
Alrighty.
Yeah, man, I just...
A little more seasoning. We don't want to do too much. I think I'm gonna go with a little bit of lemon pepper in here too, just because I love lemon pepper. And we do have that lemon sauce there, just to give it a little bit more of that dry seasoning. And then what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna come around.
Appreciate it. Derek Washington says that this is dope. He's watching on YouTube, guys. Michelle,
I think we can add just a little bit more Parmesan cheese for some thickness.
Yeah, man.
What do you guys think?
Right there.
All right, I'm gonna turn the heat off. We don't want those shrimp to cook down too much. I want to make them chewy. And as you can see, they're already starting to shrink, so we don't want that to happen too much. Very good. So a little bit more lemon.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel if you're on our YouTube channel for the first time. We do this.
Wonderful. Okay.
One of the hottest musicians in town, and Mike just fucking.
All right, so we're looking pretty good here. I think we're about done.
All right, so thank you guys for tuning in. Subscribe. See.
I think we're good to go. All right, so we're gonna.
Thank you guys. All right, guys, I'm done. Thank you, man. I love that. We all trying to make Carlos Jesus Pineda Avalis. Roger, bro, you're amazing. Keep doing
what I'm gonna do too is I'm gonna grab a little cup.
In my book,
and reserve some of that. I'm gonna reserve some of that pasta sauce to help.
the trio.
I'm sorry, the pasta water to help some of the sauce incorporate. You guys don't know I'm a fanatic for my coffee mugs. So I have all these really cool inspirational coffee mugs, and they're just my thing. You know, a lot of people collect, you know, whatever people collect. And I collect coffee mugs. Oh man, this pasta looks amazing. This is actually a little different from the traditional linguine. Thicker, a little bit more flavorful. All right, so I'm gonna throw this back. And then what I'm gonna do now is I'm just gonna toss the sauce in there. That way it gets all over. We get a nice little mix. Alrighty, and then I'm gonna make sure I get all of the juice in. It's nice and creamy in there. Got the pretty shrimp all over. I'm gonna just cook it just a minute in the sauce. Alrighty, we throw a little bit of sauce in here. Pasta sauce, pasta water. Alrighty, and we are pretty close to plating. I do want to throw some fresh cracked pepper in here. I know we did a little bit of pepper earlier. I don't think there's anything as good as fresh cracked pepper. So let me step on over, grab that handy dandy little. And technically we can do this one plating. This is our finished product here with our lemon butter shrimp pasta. We appreciate you guys watching. Again, this is Evie's Cooking. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment on the videos. Let us know that you like it. And we will be seeing you next meal.